All right, man. So, as y'all can see here, man, I have tons of Switch 2 goodies that I just went out and picked up from Best Buy today. Now, no, I didn't beat the initial rush of ordering. I've tried to and I didn't get it. I struck out and I didn't know if I really wanted it or not. I'm not really a Switch person. So, as this title says, this is going to be coming from someone who has never owned a Switch. Now, we do have two Switches up in the house. All right, we do have two Switches. Let me slide this to the side. We do have the original Switch. Now, my girlfriend is the Nintendo Switch person. All right, this original OG, as you can see right here, it should be on the original OG Switch. This now belongs to my son. This is what he plays. I have never played a Switch game handheld. We basically have always played it in the docking position. So yeah, I bought it to my girlfriend when this first thing came out. It was during COVID times. I can't remember. Switch one. I got this for her. And then, of course, the OLED came out, and you'll definitely know that this is my girlfriend because she has these. And look, how's she going to go out and get some no-name accessories? And I'm the accessory guy when it comes to these things. All right, we didn't do one for the Switch yet, but she went out, and now, of course, I copped her when it was announced the Switch OLED. So she has a Switch OLED, which she plays also. All right, so there is Switches up in the building. All right, but once again, I have never personally owned a Switch. So this will be my very first Switch, as you can see right here. But enough of the goodies, man. Let's go ahead and get into all the stuff that I went out and picked up with my own money. Nintendo doesn't know who I am, all right? This is coming from someone who has always been a console player. And just recently, I built that beastly PC back there. I'll do a separate video about that. So this is going to be a first time even getting my hands on this Switch 2, and I can't wait. I'm excited about it. I'm anxious to get into this Mario Kart because that's the only thing that I play, and we play it docked on the TV. All right, so let's just see all the goodies that we got inside. First things first, we got to go ahead and put it out. As you can see, Switch 2, and it does come with that Mario Kart bundle. I had to make sure I got that Mario Kart bundle, man, because that's going to be one of the #1 games that we're going to be playing. Because Mario Kart, guess what? It gets competitive up in this household when it comes to the Mario Kart. Now, next, of course, I had to get some Joy-Cons, so I went and got this multiple Joy-Con charging station from Next. Not sure what this quad is going to be. All I saw is it charged quad Joy-Cons. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and scoop it up. Let's just at least see what it's about. I'll do a separate video about this. I'm not going to unbox this right now because I do want to do a separate video about this charging stand right there. So we're going to throw that to the side. Of course, I had to go ahead and pick up another controller, basically the Joy-Con charging grip. When it's just two players, this is how me and my girlfriend likes to play when it comes to this charging grip. So of course, I had to go ahead and pick up another one of those. And with my son rapidly becoming a little gaming head, especially with his first one, I had to go out there and grab some extra Joy-Cons. Guess what, man? These damn things are not cheap, all right? Nintendo, this is my first time diving into your ecosystem. And look, that was a little bit expensive, okay? So let's go ahead and put some of these aside. You guys already seen these. I'm pretty sure we're not really going to get into these. We are jumping straight into the Switch 2, all right? Like what I was doing there. So let's see how we can get up in this thing to see if we need any knives. I do have my trusty knife, okay, on deck, but I don't think we're gonna need it because Nintendo actually made it very easy for us to get into. So let's just go ahead and pop it open. Oh, I have it upside down. As you can see, full game download with the Mario Kart. So let's get this open, and I'm pumped. All right, I am excited to really get this. I was going back and forth whether I wanted it, and god dog it, that thing looks gigantic compared to what we have down here with the original Switch 1 and 2. All right, so here's going to be basically the main module. There it is, Switch 2. We're going to set this to the side real quick. We got the Joy-Cons. I'm really looking forward to that. Besides, it has that little jinky sliding. I love that these magnetized stick. I sound like a Nintendo noob right now, but a lot of you like this. A lot of you like seeing these videos for someone who is not a gaming person like that. All right, so we're gonna get that open and let's see what else we got up in here. We got some good cables. All right, we got a HDMI, and we do have two of the little straps. I know you can make the Joy-Cons little mouse pads. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to use that feature, but seems pretty cool, I guess, if you're playing some games out there. All right, we do have another controller where we'll be able to play and game with, so we'll set that to the side. Over here, we do have the power adapter, and we get that Type-C cable, which seems like it's a pretty good length, so that's good to see when it comes to this Type-C. Definitely looking forward to that. We'll put that back in here. And one thing that I'm really looking forward to, one thing that I use a lot is the docks. I actually have my girlfriend's dock, and let's go ahead and put all this stuff to the side. I actually have her dock mounted on the actual TV that we have right now. And yeah, there it is, man. I got to go ahead and see if I can get a mount to wall mount this. I'm not sure if we're going to wall mount this and we'll leave it up in my office, but there's no way I'm going to bring a new switch up in here and that bad boy is not mounted. So here's going to be the Switch 2 dock. This will definitely be heavy in rotation because just like I stated, man, my son playing Mario Kart right now. I already told him I got a new switch and he like, look, daddy, where is it at? All right, where is the new switch? So we're going to set that dock to the side over there. So let's go ahead and get to the main thing over here. Now, I still have to make me a Nintendo account. That's how fresh I am. I don't even have a Nintendo account. That is huge right here. Okay, so let's put that down. I really want to slap a screen protector right dead on this right now. I do have a screen protector. Shout out to D-Brand for sending me the D-Brand Prism. So I do want to slap that on, but we'll do that on a separate video. Probably after this video is over, I'll record that video because I got to get protection ASAP when it comes to this display. So that's how it's going to be. Let's go ahead and snap these bad boys on and let's get that first little. Ooh, that feels very satisfying, man. Let's do it one more time. All right, man. First time holding the Switch 2. All right, this is initial impressions, initial reactions of me holding this thing, and I'm here to tell you, this thing feels gigantic. Let's do a little size comparison. I know you guys have probably already seen this, but once again, I gotta do it just because I have the other Switches right here in my lap. So as you see, this is gonna be the Switch 2. Down here is gonna be the Switch OLED. You can see the size difference right there alone. And then we have the original Switch, which my son already got a crack in the screen protector. So look at the sizes. I mean, that right there, all right? What's the joke? The guy she told you not to worry about? That's basically what the Switch 2 is, and it feels very, very good. Let's slide these over so we can get these out of the frame, and let's just take a look at it, man, with the matte back on it. We do have this little kickstand. Now, I've been hearing conflicting reviews about this kickstand, about it being kind of flimsy, but it feels flimsy, but the hinge on it feels pretty sturdy. So I'm not really sure what everybody was tripping about, maybe just the feel of it. Now, one thing that I have experienced is stick drift when it comes to the original Nintendo Switch. We play Mario Kart sometimes, and I'm like, why am I fighting this damn stick to get over? And that's because it does have some of that stick drift. Now, once again, I'm not an avid gamer, so I'm curious to see how these do. I've been hearing a lot of people complain about the way the Switch 2 the joysticks feel, but that's something that we'll be able to see over time. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy powered up real quick. I have to probably come back to this video because I'm definitely going to download Mario Kart World, and I definitely have to, make a Nintendo ID, choose my Wi-Fi. I got to do all these things. I just want to see this thing is, and this came just in time because we're getting ready to go on an international trip, and this is what I want. I will be having this on my international trip. So let me turn that off and let's just take it all in again. There's gonna be your joysticks on the back, the little pedals. You're gonna have a Type C down here. You're gonna have a Type C up top as well, right there. You're gonna have that game card slot and the memory card. I didn't get a memory card right now because that's something that I feel like I don't need initially since this thing has 256 gigs. I know these other ones over here, we had to pop memory cards in there ASAP. But that's something that I'll see if I want when it comes to that. Volume up and down. You got your bumpers. This matte black just looks very, very fresh in my opinion. So let me go ahead and pause this video, man. We're going to come back. Let me get this thing loaded up. Let me try to get Mario Kart loaded up. Play a little bit of Mario Kart, and I'll give y'all my first impressions on how I feel about the Switch 2. All right, so I finally got it all set up. I got Mario Kart downloaded, which didn't take that long. It took about 15 minutes. I got pretty good Wi-Fi. I got fiber. So let's just go ahead and play it. I've been playing it for a couple seconds, but let's just go ahead and get into it and let's see what it's about real fast. As soon as I get back on the gas, all right? So what I can tell you right initially, man, is the frame rate is like, the frames per second feels very good. Like, it feels, boom, got him. It feels very good. Mario Kart just brings back all the nostalgia memories in me, man. I love playing Mario Kart. Damn, he is out. So it feels good. The size feels good in the hand. Like, it feels like it's to be a good time being played handheld. And excuse me, guys, if I sound like a noob. Look, this is my very first this is my very first time playing handheld. I know you might be like, T, that's a lie. You probably play handheld all the time. No, when I tell you I do not play the Switch, I don't play the Switch at all. So this is my first time actually playing something handheld. Oh, no. There it go. Oh, yeah, they hit it. Got it. So even though this 150cc feels so slow, but, I'm in first place. You know what I mean? So I'm doing something right. Sorry if the audio might be a little weird since I'm looking down, but just kind of want to give you some quick first impressions on how it feels in hand. It's amazing that you can get this big display with feeling this slim in the hand. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and finish this race, and then we can kind of go ahead and talk about my first impressions. Boom, got that first place. So yeah, man, my first impressions off the speakers are good. I didn't even like have to do anything to the speaker. I mean, I could have turned them up a little bit when it comes to the volume, but it feels good. The game plays very smooth. Now, comparing this to the OLED, that's one thing that I was worried about. Like, you're taking a step back in technology. But I'm gonna be real with you, man. This thing, if you weren't looking at them side by side, yes, the OLED is a little bit brighter. But if you wouldn't have them side by side, you really, I don't think you'll be able to tell a huge difference. Now, I may be saying that because I'm not a Switch person, but just looking at these side by side, I will take the bigger display over the OLED any day of the week. Now, when I get a Switch to OLED when it drops, but I don't know, man. You already done got me out of 500. I don't know if I can give you another one. You know what I mean? But so far, this thing feels very, very good. I love the way it feels in the hand. This matte feeling. It just feels more solid than the other two. Not saying that they feel cheap, but this just feels very solid in my opinion. So that's gonna be it, man. That's basically gonna be, as I turn this down real quick. That's basically gonna be my unboxing and kind of a first impressions of a brand new Switch on or playing something handheld. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. Yeah, sure. I'm sure you can get better titles when it comes to my PS5 Pro, when it comes to my built PC. It's funny because I want to play Cyberpunk on this, but I literally just bought it for my PC. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it when it comes to the Switch too. But this gonna make me bring back, I'm looking forward to playing through this Mario Kart. Me, my girlfriend, my son will definitely be playing Mario Kart. I look forward to just trying Nintendo games out. Growing up, I didn't really play a lot of Nintendo games. So maybe just playing Zelda or whatever else they have up here. I'm pretty sure I'll download another game and be in the bed all night playing this Switch too, man. But if this is your first time coming to the channel, man, make sure you get subbed up. I already actually recorded a screen protector video for the Switch 2 while it was downloading Mario, man. You got to get those screens protected. So I'll leave a link to the screen protector that I'm using. That video out. I'll probably be out a little bit early next week. But get subbed up, man, because we are bringing you tons of accessories for the Switch 2.